Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Um, much like yesterday, we are starting with a creature for the scene, and then we're going to build the scene from there. So this is a dude. I hesitate to say I sculpted him because he's like 99% kit bash from Bernard's excellent insect kit. But I did warp him around and resize him and position him so that I got him the way I wanted. But it's mostly a kit bash, and then I painted it. Um, but just so I don't claim credit for work I didn't do. But there's our guy, and the idea I kind of had with him is like on this planet where we've got arthropods sort of taking over a lot of the environments. This is going to be like a heron or a crane bird fishing in the water. So there he is. Um, Good morning, Enemy. Yeah, he does look charming, doesn't he? He's like a walking shrimp with pincers for arms. Um, Perfect for fishing. Let's bring a human in too, just to set our scale a little bit better, because I just am used to seeing humans more than this guy, even though I know how tall this thing is. And it'll show kind of what we've got too. He's tall, but he's not super tall. He's kind of in that same zone we've been going for a lot of the creatures in this world, actually. Maybe we need to change that. Um, don't move. There we go. But um, but yeah, he's like a big bird sized, dude. Um, so yeah, and like I said, I put yeah, my poll up yesterday on Mastodon, and when I went to bed, Waterfall scene was winning, so I kind of was like, oh, I'll make this guy and I'll be ready. And then Storms sort of surged ahead, overnight. So we'll do Storm tomorrow, but today we're gonna do Waterfall, and I just think they're fun anyway. So yeah, let's get started. Um, just a standard old plane, and we're gonna go S20. So 40 meters across. Scale, tab, subdivided, also 20, at least to start with, which will give us our yeah, scale. I can speak. Bleh. Now I'm gonna take, let's see, to here and to here. And I'm going to select random. I'm actually going to add this time instead of subtract. Let's cut it back down. Yeah, come on. Slider's running slow. Come on. There we go. Let's say like 0.2. That seems pretty good, actually. I'm going to add these like that. Just going to try to avoid any, although it doesn't super matter. That'd be cool, I think. Okay. Yeah, that looks all right. And then let's go E and up. Not quite that much. Let's say Z 2 meters. Now let's shift hide. Go. And mesh. Select random. Where am I? No? Why am I not seeing it? Select. I'm blind today. Like, ugh. Select random again, but we'll grab these as well. And E up again. And then let's just turn these off and then E again, giving us something like that. That looks kind of okay. Save. Kind of digging that all right. Let's see. These turn on proportional with random, maybe? That works for me. Same over here. Cool. Then let's see. Could do it in steps, but I think I'm just gonna go those O on with smooth. Bring it down. Like that. You're not quite that far. Like there. Sure, like that. All right. Then let's just grab this one, this one. Well, doesn't really matter. I can do this. Come on, Seth. GZ. Shrink it way down so we just get a little bit of variation. And we're never going to see this bottom one, I don't think. But actually, I kind of want to do SZ and flatten this down slightly. So we have more of a level ground here. Cool. And I'm just going to take that and just to get something interesting. That could be cool. Let's save it and append 3D assets. Examples, terrain, we all know. Rocky desert, node tree, add those in. And geometry nodes, terrain. Let's see what it gives us. I may have gone too far. That's actually really cool. It's very wonky, but I think it's kind of neat. Morning, Brian. Do we like it? Is it too wonky? Let's see. Save again. I mean, that's pretty cool. So let's see how the water is going to work with it, though, is my only fear. But we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. Let's apply it. Cool. All right. So now, where's my water? Cell fluid. Add a new cell fluid. And it's going to be, should be 40 by 40, right? Should give us essentially our space and depth. Bring it down to here. think it's going to matter, but there we go. And let's just make it a little wider just to be sure. And even a little longer to be sure. Okay, save. Then this is our ground, so we're going to move it into our ground collection. And give it a ground collection. Now, Shift A, mesh, cube, SX22, GY, GZ, and new collection, outflow, and then Shift D, duplicate it, new collection, inflow, looks good. Move it on. Yeah, and we'll take our collection actually and bring it that way slightly. Okay. Save. And inflow to inflow. Outflow to outflow. And I'm going to turn off our human generator. I'm going to move him to new collection, Fisher. And we'll turn off the Fisher too. And let's see what we got if we run. Let's save. Whee, water. It does fill up good. It pours down, and we didn't go far enough. We need a longer simulation. Let's go to like 1,000. Whee! I just like watching it do this. There's something really fun about watching a simulator, or even a fake simulator like this one, just run. And it fills, and it flows, and it's draining out the back end, so it's not getting higher. Well, it actually is getting higher. It's not. It's draining slower than it's getting in, but it's still fine. Pause. Let's see what we got. Save again. And we have water. I mean, that looks pretty cool to me. I think we may like this. Just filling up our areas. Looks good. We can just hide inflow, outflow. We don't see them. They still work. And I like our little pillars. I think they're neat. Let's check what our height of our water is against our Fisher. Let's just turn off fluid. Bring the Fisher back. And bring him down to like here. Turn on our fluid. We're a little bit heavy on the water, aren't we? Although we can just go back in time too, which is a cool thing about doing this. Is if we go wee. Let's see. We could just make him taller too, I suppose, but I don't want to do that. But that works. And no one has any way of knowing how it would be. So like that's fine. I could even move him more. I think I want him more like here. I just think it's a cooler spot for him. Cool. And we turn back on the fluid. And it's a little high still. Go back a little bit earlier. Something like that. Yeah. Do need to set a camera if I'm going to do that, though. Let's see. I mean, that would work. It's definitely rushing water, but that's okay. Nothing super wrong with that. I just want to try something. I don't know. It'll slow it down a little bit, but we got loads of time today. So let's go all the way back to 0. I'm actually going to move him into our ground as well, because it will make the water flow around him. That could be kind of cool. And let's change our cell size to 0.1, which I think is going to slow us down a fair amount, but let's try it and see. And where's our outflow? I'm going to actually, come on, yeah, 3 GZ. I'm just gonna make it a lot bigger. So it should hit anything and everything that it touches now should just go away. Which will maybe keep our water a little flatter. Okay, so anyway, save it. Let's come back down here to our bug guy so we can kind of see. Let's even set our camera up correctly, just so we're sort of seeing it. We're going to do other angles obviously too, so it's not necessarily just this, but something like that. Looks cool. Save. Release the sim. It's running slower. You see, we have the size of our cells, so I think it should give us more realism. Here comes the water. Oosh, this would almost be fun to just do like a flood. Look at it go. We know it's not a real sim. Like this section here is not correct, nor is this, but it'll work for the purposes of what we're doing for this, image. Yeah, it builds up. We have to go around it is the problem. Yeah. So you see like here, it has to fill in that area because it doesn't go underneath things. Maybe that's why we don't want our dude in there. Yeah, I'm gonna change my mind, sadly, because he leans over. We can't put him in there. So let's move him back and redo this. Apologize. It doesn't. It's not actually simulating. It just fires a ray downward. So if there's an overhang, it kind of gets a little bit weird. And since he's leaning so far forward, he's adding a lot of overhang. But it's fine. Here it comes again. I kind of want to keep him there just so I can see for height of the water right now. Morning, Michael. You're watching the flood hit this guy. See, there it is. There's an overhang that it's not dealing with properly because it doesn't know how to fill it. It may backfill it when it gets around, and we won't notice it as much, but whoosh. Whee, it's getting high. Okay. Again, we ran it, let's run it higher. We ran it with a different cell noise this time too. We might actually like it better with the other one. It being blockier may actually help us out, weirdly. Let's see what that looks like. Woo, too high. Yeah, see, we've changed that. Well, let's go back and set it the other way. Let's see. I didn't hate it anyway. It's just, there's the part of me that's like, ooh, if we make it smaller, it's more realistic. And then I want to do that. But it doesn't always work. Sometimes it's not the same. 0. So let's come back in and run it again and see how much faster it's going. Got to make sound effects too. It's still higher. I wonder. Because the other thing I did was raise that. That shouldn't have made a difference though. Hmm. What do we want to try? I think maybe we're gonna turn off fluid. Let's take this sucker and SZ. Just bring it down a little bit. So we'll decrease the angle on it, see if that helps us some. I think it might. And our outflow is where? There. And our inflow is there. Should be fine. It's a little slower because it's going to go back down the other direction, I think, first. But let's see. Save. Turn back on our fluid. Rewind. And play. Yeah, it's fine. He's getting squished. Do we want less water? We could do that. Let's rewind. Let's try this sucker. Let's turn off our fluid again, just for speed. Inflow. SX. GX. GY. GX. There we go. Let's see how this does. Got 2 now, the space in the middle. Maybe we'll make this one even a little smaller, just for funsies. Fluid on. Doesn't really need the editor on, but rewind, play. Still high. Getting a lot of water in. Everything is more fun with sound effects. That is absolutely the case. If you can't go bloosh, what the heck's the point, man? All right, so we're just going to cut it down a lot. Maybe even more. Something about there I think looks good. Is it? Let's see. It still feels like it's flowing more though, doesn't it? Okay, we are very definitely not getting our outflow to take our water, are we? No, it's working. It's just going up that. It's very high. Because we want it to be about that level. Here's our outflow. Let's just see. Can I imagine? I think so. That is my. They don't have a lot of tremendously great amounts of documentation on it, but it feels like that is the case. Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? Oh, outflow. Yeah, that does seem to be the case, but that looks better. Let's take it a little bit further, maybe. It's still getting high though. How do we feel about it here? I could live with that, I think. I wonder, because I can. Let's go to our fluid, turn it off. What happens here if we just edit O on, right? Yes. And we bring that down. And we bring that down. Like there. So we have a much more of a flat ground at the bottom here. Will it make a difference? Let's see. Rewind us. Release the floodgates. Yeah, that's better. That's what we wanted, I think. Let's save. That looks pretty good. Let's just try once more. Keep an eye on our time, but we're doing good. Let's take this guy out of our sim. So we just have the one now. Make any difference? It's hard to tell. That's definitely way too high, but let's sing it back to here. How do you feel about that? Yeah, all right. I can dig that, I think. I think we'll go there. Let's see if we can find a angle we like better. Something like that. And we take this dude. Where do we want him? He's not awful there. We'll let it be there. All this is dry now, which is fine. I wonder, can we try? Let's see. Let's try. I talked to myself. Outflow on. Let's take this object here, tab, Control R, add an edge loop right down there, 3E. Yeah, it's too high still, clearly, but take it to like there. Let's see what that does. Oh, we have to turn it on first. Turn the fluid back on. See if I can pull water from underneath. I don't want the top to be flat, but I want it to be less water. So I'm hoping that if I pull down, it's going to go over it. Well, now it's just hitting that edge. That answers that question. Hey, I bet you I know what I can do. All right, I think I know what we're going to do. Turn off our fluid again. Outflow. What happens if we just go this way and increase the size of our fluid simulation? On. Where's our fluid sim? Cell fluids. Size Y, and we just make it longer. A fair amount longer. And then GY, we're like that. Now it's got more room to travel before it gets stuck with the wall. I bet you this works. Let's see. Still getting high there. Why there? Why are we getting a bump there? Is there a bump in our ground? There's a bump in our ground there. There we go. Let's see. Just spending a lot of time working on this, but that doesn't matter. Did I turn it off? Yes. Kind of just want to get this to work. And if we learn something along the way, that's great. Which is the opposite of how it should be, right? It should be we want to learn something along the way. Still getting higher there. Just wants to be higher. any higher than that, but does it help us any? Let's see. 275 is about where we're at. I think it does help us some. I can live with that again. Okay, so we're gonna call it just cause. And I wanted to make some plants, like some reed type things. I'm gonna turn off our water for right now. And let's see, I had this idea. Shift A, mesh, cylinder. Let's see. That seems all right to me. Rotation scale, 3. No. No. Come on. This tab, 3. I, E, N, K. Now, Control R and Control B. Yep. And now Shift C. Turn off O. No, I. Not I, sorry. Alt E, normals. That's what I want to do. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And then 2 O G. Okay. And then Control 1. That seems kind of what I wanted. Let's turn it off for right now. Something like that. Kind of cool. Okay, let's add another modifier. Deform, displace, new, strength 0.1. We're getting weird on that one, but let's see. Strange that it's giving us that one has more geometry, and that's why, but it seems weird. Texture. Okay, that's better. 0.01. Add a modifier. Control 1. Oh, we've already got one. Fine. Add a modifier. They've moved these all. Subdiv. On top of that. Okay, something like that. Trying to get a neat plant. And it might not work. 0.001. Just want to have a little bit of distortion. Do we like it better without? Whee! 0.01. Is that enough? I think that might be enough. Just get rid of this one. Okay, cool. Dig it. Let's give it a material. Save. Solo it. Well, I guess shade it first and then solo it. Okay, new. We're gonna call it read something. We want to give it some kind of funky material though. Let's see. Go find something neat. We could go slimy. That could be kind of neat. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of cool actually. Roughness down. Sheen. Roughness down. Okay. Let's just apply these things. Tab A, U, cube projection. Sure, it's kind of neat. Don't think it needs to be. Let's see. So that's only 11,000, but let's cut down to like 0.5. Will it even go smaller? Yeah, well, there we go. Apply. Some weird ass little thing. Cool. And M, new collection, plants or reeds. And there's our first one. And then we're gonna just select it, solo it. Okay, Shift D. Down one. Actually, 3D cursor. Local. Longer. And then Shift D. Around. Okay. And then let's just join these together. Let's do another one, and then individual origins. Alt G, or yeah, fine. Object set origin 3D cursor. This one. Object set origin 3D cursor. Okay. And then Shift D, come over, Shift C, makes it a bit bigger, and stumpier. Stumpier. Longer. There we go. And one more. Let's make these together first. Join, and then Shift D. Again, stumpier. And just make it 2. So now we have 4 of these suckers here. Oh, of course. Thanks, Blender. Let's hopefully save. I think I've been saving, right? Right? Recover, autosave, waterfall. How far back are we going? All right, fine. Object set origin 3D cursor. Save. Like this one. Yep, good. All right, one more time. Shift D. Shift D. Scale. Out. And then Shift D. There we go. Join. Control save. And then one more. It's fine. We get used to this stuff, right? There we go. 7. Alt D. And around. And over slightly. And angled. Join. Save. So now we have 4. Cool. And let's just get them out the way. And then we'll select our thingy. And geometry nodes. Well, geoscatter. There we go. And we're going to go with which one? We want some kind of a scattery thing. I wish they were named better. It's like scatter preset. I don't know what it's doing. I've always wondered that. Okay. Viewport gallery and scatter objects. They are everywhere, which we do not want. We only want them in abiotic, elevation, altitude of minimum. We can see it coming down. There we go. Minimum of minus 15. Sure. Maximum of minus 8. No. There we go. That's actually pretty good, just for what we wanted. Distribution, punch it up a bit. Seems cool to me. Save. That, cool. Add our water back. Did I turn it off? No. Do I need to rerun it? We can. We're 275 is where we were. So hopefully it's the same. Definitely run it slower now that it has geometry nodes on it. Hopefully it won't change things. I really didn't want to have to set and apply our water. Seems good. Save. Got some water. Got some plantages. Seems cool. Okay. Now, is it got water there, right? Yeah. Let's let it run for a little bit more. Just want to fill it on just a little if I can. That's not bad. Okay. Want a little more water. And we got it. And maybe a few more plants too. Let's try a slightly different seed. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Okay. And do we just want some straight up regular green? Maybe we do. Um, we could biome scatter, I suppose. Let's see. What do we want? I'm curious if we do this one. What do we get? Probably more than we can see. Yeah. All right, we're gonna save. It says it's big. Well, first thing, let's change it so we want it on slope. Anything less than say 70, and we do not want the absolute slope, so we won't let it go upside down. We'll save, and then we'll try turning it on. Let's cut it down. Ah, yes, I've been there, Michael. I know your pain. Got some green. That actually kind of helps. I think that does help. Bring it back up again. Back up to full, whatever it was. Yeah, no, I like that. I think that's helping us. Let's save. And let's see what else we want to do to it. I want to change these, I think. Let's see our rotation. Vertical, definitely. We definitely want a vertical influence. So they tend to go up right more than. Yeah, that's better. Save. Okay. Now. Oh, come on. It's a reed, man, with slime. There's nothing there. Um, it's a hollow tube. I didn't invent much. Um, we will invent something, though. We'll go play with something for a minute. Let's save. Okay. I'm actually going to do it in a different blender, even. Let's open a new one up. We'll make a plant. I do feel like doing it. So, since you've Since you have challenged me, lad. No. Delete, Shift A, search mesh, circle. We're going to start it smaller. There. Control A, Fusion scale. Dot, tab, F. There we go. And here, assign those to a group. Cool. Weight paint. Everything's there. Good. Differential growth. Always fun. Why is it failing? I assigned it, didn't I? I guess I haven't tried this in. Yeah, I didn't assign it. Thought I did. Assign. Now I have. There we go. It's like, wait, it's not red. Oh, I'm just playing too. Don't worry. Okay. That's step size of 0.05. I'm going to scale Z, so it goes up a little bit higher. Let's see what we get. Cool. And then we cut it Z down to 0.25. That should grow out. Yeah. And then let's go to propulsion radius of 0.5. Propulsion factor of 2. Shell factor of 0.5. Let's see what this does. So it should cut it down a little bit. You get smaller and smaller changes. Okay. Yeah, not loving this one. Let's do another one. Undo history to weight paint mode. There we go. Back to the start. Shell factor 0.5. Step factor here. I'm actually going to go the other way around, 0.25. And there we go. That gets us out further to start with. Now 3. Oh, and the other thing let's do, object mode, Shift A, mesh, yeah, sure, UV sphere, GZ, up. Okay, this object, growth direction towards our sphere. Still going down though. Why is it doing that? Oh, let's undo. 1's not nearly enough. Actually, there's a 0 factor. I put it there, but then I didn't increase the factor. 3. Step size 0.05. There we go. Whee! I love differential growth. It's so much fun. Some weird ass something. Now, let's say scale of 0 for that, and differential and growth direction factor of -5. Let's see what it does. Do we get anything? Pushing it out. Where's our weight paint mode? How much we got left? Oh, we're almost out of weight paint. That's why. So let's just select some, get us more vertices again. And shell factor 0. Come on. Give it to us. Yeah. So now it's pushing away from the sphere, but it can't go any higher or lower. So it's just giving us breadth. giving us that. Cool. Great. Now, I like that. Let's take, just because waste not, want not, scale this down, GZ, SZ, GC. There we go. Cool. And Control A, rotation scale, tab. Good. Shift Q, quick displace. Cuts. And scale. See, let's just see what happens. Oh, well, that's fine anyway. Cool. Tab. A, tab, Shift Q. Oh, Shift Q. Quick displace. And scale seed 5. No, 2. Sure, that works for me. I like it. Let's come to this thing. Control 2. Give it sort of leafy fronds. And apply our leafy fronds. And then tab, A, tab, and then we'll Shift Q and give it a quick displace with a cut of 1. Maybe? Yeah, sure. Okay, and then we can Control 1 again, smooth it down, join it to this. No, undo. Control A, assign that. Both of those are done. Control join, add a modifier, decimate it down to like 0.2. We're at 38,000. That's acceptable for a plant. Apply it. And should give some materials now. Let me just save it as its own plant, just so in case we lose it. Great. 3L, yes, good. Add a material. Assign new. Okay. So the center thing will be 1. Let's see. So our center thing. Just curious what we can do with that. Add material. Yeah. And color. Let me go to like a green. And also like a green. And also like a green. And I don't know. I'm not liking it yet. Tried it, didn't like it. Polka? Polka I can kind of live with though, I think. Any other color? Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. And then this one, turtle. Material. Cool. Yep. Color. that. And hex scale. It's kind of neat, actually. Maybe we'll go with something like that. Hex detail. What can we get out of that? Oh, I see what it's doing. Yeah, cool. Why not? Bring our bad boy here, copy him back over to here, paste him, object, set origin 3D cursor. Ooh, is he that big? It's a white, what's a white thing? There's no white on that. What is that? Did I grab something else too? Oh, okay, I must have duplicated it. Weird, well, we don't need that. We don't need to. Okay. And scale back down. Feed me Seymour, totally, right? It does kind of have that sort of vibe. Son, be a dentist. Yeah. My favorite line, my favorite song from that. The talent for causing things pain. In the water? Do we like it in the water? I think we kind of do, actually. Towards us here. I don't think we need too many of these. Come back. Where do we want him? I think we're going to guess over here. There we go. Cool. That might give us just a little bit of extra oomph. We've saved. Let's see what we got. Yeah, both those are neat. I think that's cool. We could do maybe a few more. But I still don't think I want to scatter them. I think I want to do it by hand. Shrink this one down. Bring it up just a bit. And I'm not worried too much if they're floating or not. Maybe I should be, but I'm not, just so you know. It's a strange water plant. Like that. You can't see it too well, but I think in the background it looks good. We could put one right here too. Let's squish it in just a little bit. Save. Cool. I think so. I think cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, that works. Yeah, it's nice. And I think let's go. I want to do the same thing. Let's save it. Yeah, mine too. Lung pod? Yeah, I'm gonna grab the ship. I think we'll do slime tomorrow or another time. I was like, I made this whole slime generator and now I'm like not using it today, um, but that's okay. Yep. Or even over here. Or are we on local? Yes. It's like, what? Okay, and we know what's going on there. Camera. Depth. There we go. Do I get here? And back here? I think maybe back there is better. Kind of put it behind it a little bit. Okay. And just kind of trying to show that, yes, see, here we are exploring our planet. Yay, exploring. I'm going to need to give it a sky soon. Might as well give it a sky now, I suppose. HDR maker. What kind of sky do we want today? Let's see. I don't know. I didn't know. Let's just look in the JPEGs here. See what we see. These are the dark ones. Oh, it's a very cloudy day, isn't it? On this one. Not awful, but kind of neat. Let's try this one. 91. 1091. Just kind of dull. Maybe we just want a sunny thing. Might as well. Let's try a sunny one. Change my mind. I think these were sunny. Let's see. Yeah, these are sunny. These are good. Kind of bright, kind of plentiful. Ooh, let's try 1065. I had to brighten it up a bit, but I think that's kind of the vibe we want. World. Let's just make sure angle 180. Yeah, we just definitely need to brighten it up. Exposure 5. Too much. 2. 2 is not bad. We can. around, something like that. We need to go focus on our guy. Clearly. We're going to move this thing. It's not where we want it to be at. I think we do like it further up like that. Put it there. That's looking all right to me. What else do we want to do? I think we do want something up here. I think it might be as simple as just a tree, though. Right in here. Let's try it and see. Ground, veg, trees. Let's do twisty tree. We've done bent tree before. Rotate it back up. 0. X. Okay, cool. It's just floating out nowheresville, but that's okay. Tree there. And maybe one on the other side too, actually. Kind of frame it. It's a little bit picture perfect, but let's see. Do that. Save. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Let me move this off so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, I think actually another tree next to it's probably a good idea. Just rotate it around. Maybe bring it down a little bit. Okay, yeah, that looks cool. Save. Now we could go with a little bit of light control and throw in that beam on him if we wanted to. Save. Anytime I switch modes these days, make sure to save. Which way is it going? Okay. rotate it that way. Local. And back. And move him there. It's kind of neat, actually. Gives us a little bit of a separation. Extend it out a little bit. I think we're going to cut it down in power too. Down to 2. There we go. So without it, with it, oh, with it is definitely, it's more Kincaid, but I think it works for showing off our dude. Makes us feel more magical. That's looking neat. Are we seeing? I'm gonna get rid of my info and outflow for sure. I want to see those. That's better. I feel like that's pretty good. Trying to think what else we want to put into the scene, if anything. Like you can overpack something like this so easily. This might be a little high. Can we bring it down? Like that. I know, right? I'm with you there. I wish I liked that game more. I felt like it had everything I would want, and then I just got kind of bored playing it. I tend to like actual quests in games. I'm not so much into the like open world, go build a base for no reason kind of guy. But I really wanted to like that game. It looks cool. I'm gonna get rid of my human here while I'm thinking about it, lest they show up somewhere that I'm not paying attention to. I thought about putting like a guy up, one of our team up here, but I just feel like it's gonna overshadow stuff a little bit. I'm not super into it. Let's see. Move him over just a titch. It's like that. Last time I played No Man's Sky, it was like 2 years ago. It was after they added a bunch of the new, like it wasn't right after they created. And I know they do keep adding stuff, but it's the same as like Valhalla and all those games. It's like I just don't care. Um, you need to give me a reason. I honestly, I had the same problem with Elden Ring. Like open world, too open world, no direction, not my vibe. I'm a D&D player. I kind of want a DM to be like, this is what you're doing. Go do it. And and a good game should keep you on the rails without ever letting you realize you're stuck on rails, but you should be on rails. In my opinion, anyway. Um, changing our mispass volume to like 150. Save it. It's why I never played. What was the CCCP game? The space one. I can never remember the name of it. Da, 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 da. I have the art book because it looks pretty. Um, Are those guys from Iceland? Eve Online, the Iceland guys. It's like, what's the point? If I want to do daily life stuff, I'll go live my daily life. I'm not an Animal Crossing guy either. All right. I'm just kind of look at this to see what else I want to do to it. And there's really not much more. We maybe another one of those 5 minutes really kind of. Oh, we can set up our other camera angles though. We can certainly do that. That'd be a good thing to do. So there's our first. Camera 2. I'm just going to go cheap and go deep in on this guy. And we can change our angle a little bit, but I'll select him. Let's see. Where'd camera 2 go? Cameras. It's like the one thing I'm kind of anal about. I like keeping my cameras in their fucking space. GCZ. Bring it up, not down. Up. There we go. Focus on his eye. Save. Let's see what that looks like. I like how dark he is in the foreground. Like that's cool. He looks sweet. I mean, like I said, I wish I'd made this guy from scratch. I can't claim it. It's mostly a kit bash of Bernard's stuff, but man, it's so good. Bernard is so good. I mean, it fits for my environment, which is what I wanted it for, but someone's gonna boil him in. Yeah, he's crawdad. Um, let's look at him. Do like a that shot, maybe? Focus. And yeah, there we go. That's cool. That's awesome. Dig in that as well. And last one. 4. Lens 100. I'm gonna maybe turn off our light beam. And something like that. Maybe not quite 100, maybe 85 again, 85 millimeter. Cool. Save. Let's see. Got to focus on him. Don't know they changed the focus on the last one either. Should probably do that. There's that. That's cool. And we turn the light beam back on. Does it do anything? No, we must leave it on. It doesn't hurt us. This one, I don't know that I changed the focus, but I need to our dude. Cool. And I know the other ones we set. And cool. That's gotten us to our time, I think. So we got our 4 views. Let's see. Look at them quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that covers us. Um, we have made a waterfall. We have created some plants. Um, we put a dude in it. We are in good shape. Yeah, no, thanks for hanging out with me. Like I said, I think tomorrow we'll try to do the storm. I'm not sure. Be interesting. Storms are fun because there's not, well, fun in quotes. Um, I'm not sure there's an hour and a half of building in a storm. I'll have to kind of come up with a cool scene where we can do both. Um, but the renders tend to be long because you got volumetrics and stuff. But I do have a couple of ideas for things. We'll do some cool lightning stuff and that kind of thing. Maybe we'll put it like over a mountain top, and that way we'll have some ground as well to build on. We'll see. I'll be thinking about it throughout the day. But we'll do the storm tomorrow is my plan. Um, yeah, I like shot three a lot actually, Michael. It's probably my fave too. Two and three. Um, Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. See everybody again later. Have a good rest of your day. And yeah, take care. But see, there's no observatories. There's not enough buildings yet in this world. So we're out in the wilderness. But we'll see. Maybe I'll take a cue from the Hobbit in the storm giant battle in the Misty Mountains. Something like that. I don't know. Think of that. Okay. Take care, everybody. Talk to you later.